My name is Zachary and I am a human kinetics major at the University of Regina. I did my fieldwork placement at Regina Sport and Physiotherapy Clinic. The project that I worked on during my fieldwork involved an in-class education session presented to the professional staff, followed by a small study. The purpose of my special project was to find current literature pertaining to the positive attributes of physical activity and how we can use exercise prescription to improve mental well-being. Regina Sport and Physiotherapy Clinic takes a lot of patients involved in WCB and SGI claims. It is important to note that the mechanism of injury is always different and there are always varying psychosocial aspects between each patient. Through my experience with these claims, I have learned how common psychosocial variables are in terms of tertiary care. Part of the clientele here at Regina Sport and Physiotherapy Clinic include mental health claims as well. So in regard to that, I decided to do a basic research project on how individualized exercise prescription and exercise adherence affects overall mental well-being. I created individualized programs for the patients with mental health claims, which included cardiorespiratory fitness, resistance training, and basic flexibility. Functional strength and conditioning testing for each client was done initially as per the norm of WCB claims. This allowed me to get objective measures of their baseline fitness levels as well as a number to compare progressions. I also created a short 14-question survey on basic well-being. This survey was done by each of the participating patients on a weekly basis or every 3 to 5 visits. This was used for me to see any subjective changes in overall states of well-being. The overall results showed that exercise prescription of varying modes used concurrently with psychological counseling was beneficial to most of the participating patients. In fact, 8 of the 11 participating patients documented improvements to their perceived well-being in as short as a 4-week exercise program. I believe the reason for this was exercise adherence, improved self-esteem and self-confidence, building of social networks, improved body image, and psychological counseling. Due to the subjectivity of self-reported questionnaires and confidentiality between the patients and the psychologist, it was difficult to monitor and measure progress of mental well-being week to week as a response to exercise prescription. Because this study was informal, there are a lot of variables that could have accounted for the changes in perceived mental well-being apart from the exercise prescription. The results of this education and study will help the clinic moving forward with mental health claims. The clinic can now use my exercise template and questionnaire to prescribe exercises and monitor the perceived well-being of each patient. If I had the opportunity to do this again, I would have chose to have more patients and tried my best to control for more variables. I think I could have done this by creating a longer and more in-depth survey. To conclude, I was still able to gain a lot of valuable information for both myself and my agency. Hopefully my agency can use some of my information moving forward in the future.